And on the news in full, President Bola Tinubu has officially welcomed the Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno into the All Progressive Congress Party. Speaking at the official reception of Akwa Ibom State Governor, President Tinubu, who was represented by the Vice President Kashim Shettima, hails Governor Eno and tasked him with accountability. Kike Lomo Okere has details. We apologize that report will be brought in our subsequent bulletin. Vice President Kashim Shettima has pledged federal government swift response to suicide bombing in Borno State, which left no fewer than 24 people dead. Shettima slammed the suicide bombing by a female at a local food joint in Kanduga local government area of the state as heinous act of terrorism against innocent civilians. The Vice President extended heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims and the people of Borno State, with reaffirming federal government's determination to bring the perpetrators to justice. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF Senator George Akume, has met with Benue State's two foremost traditional rulers as part of a presidential directive to establish a strategic peace commitment aimed at ending the lingering violence in the state. The meeting held in Benue brought together the Torah Tiv, His Royal Majesty, Professor James Ayetsis, and the Oche Doma, His Royal Majesty Ababudu and Abwagali John. Senator Akume conveyed President Tinubu's deep concern over the spate of violence attack and described the situation as heartbreaking. He reiterated the federal government's commitment to halting the bloodshed and restoring stability in Benue and across the country. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to urgently refer the spate of killings in Benue State to the International Criminal Court in a bid to ensure justice for victims and hold perpetrators accountable for what it described as grave violations of international law. This was made known in a statement released by SURAP's Deputy Director, Kolawole Uluwadari, who said the referral would reinforce the President's commitment to protect human rights and uphold the rule of law. Kolawole stated that the President should urgently refer the situation in Benue State to the International Criminal Court for the court to exercise its jurisdiction over the violence and unlawful killings and other serious violations of international humanitarian and human rights law in the state. President Bola Tinubu has officially commissioned Artenel 5 million from Live Camp Junction to Ring Road 3 Obafemi Awolowo Way. Speaking at the event, the president, who was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, says the initiative is geared towards fostering interconnectivity and communal development strides within the Federal Capital Territory. Our correspondent, Godwin Sunday, has details.
It was a moment of joy as the people of Life Camp, Karimo, Ring Road and its environs gathered in their numbers to witness the official commissioning of the first phase of the Aerial 5 Phase 1 project in Abuja. While commissioning the road, President Tinubu, represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, thanked the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, while urging residents to own and protect the road.
Our resident and legal Nigerians, this is the road. On it, use it while protect it and celebrate it. It's therefore now my honor to commission the Aerial Road F5, the glory of God, a symbol of our collective purpose and commitment to the life.
Speaking during the commissioning, the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, thanked the President for his determination to provide developments to the FCT and urged residents to pay their tax.
Everybody is happy that Mr. President is opening up there Abuja. But we won't do it with the law. It's about us doing our own by making sure we pay the laws, by making sure carry out our obligation of paying the little tax that is supposed to be.
With this project, it is believed that Abuja will enter its next phase of developmental strides. Godwin Sunday, reporting for Global Television News.
Following attacks on Yelwata community of Guma local government area in Benue State, the community is now a theatre of attraction for Nigerians and international community and humanitarian agencies. Global TV correspondent Felicity Indere reports.
Residents of the once quiet agrarian town of Yelwata have become refugees in their own land following what is now described as the deadliest single attack on a Benue community. With a death toll exceeding 200 and widespread destructions, thousands have been displaced, prompting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to cancel a scheduled visit to Kaduna State to convey a critical stakeholders meeting to ease tensions.
This is not the kind of visit I wanted. I wanted to be here to commission projects.
Ahead of the president's visit, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, the Inspector General of Police, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and religious leaders visited Yelwata for an on-the-spot assessment and to offer condolences to the grieving community.
No person would anticipate or expect this kind of barbaric act from anybody, no matter what.
During the visit, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akome, flagged off the distribution of food and non-food items to victims, while appealing for more humanitarian support from well-meaning Nigerians and international partners.
For the benefit of the displaced, and when the food stuff arrives, it should be carefully distributed amongst the victims. The elected leaders are here, and I believe they will work closely with officials of NEMA to ensure fair distribution of foodstuff and materials. We want to thank our development partners for their support at this crucial moment.
Also among the early responders were the senior pastor of Dunamis International Gospel Center, Dr. Paul Anenche, and former Benue State Governor, Senator Gabriel Soswam, who both visited the displaced and offer humanitarian relief.
The solution to this type of issue is to have authorities and leadership that have the will to do the right thing and to value human lives above every other consideration and do what is right in the interest of the people, in the interest of their consciences, and in the fact that one day everybody will stand before God to give the account of their lives to God.
These people come through Nasarawa. And if we are good neighbors as state, we are not fighting with people in Nasarawa. Why would they harbor people to come and attack us? These questions must be answered. This must be addressed. This cannot continue. We are not living in a fair state. But what is happening here is clear indication that we are heading towards that. This shouldn't have allowed to happen. We'll listen to the president and see what he has to tell us. But this is an unfortunate, it's condemnable by all standards. Whatever any person feels, wherever any person, globally, there's no person that will accept this kind of situation. So this has attracted global condemnation. This is massacre, this is genocide to people who are not fighting, people who are just earning their life from their peace and famine. Why would you massacre them? For what? What has happened? Nothing.
Until a week ago, Yelwata was unknown to many Nigerians. Today, it is a symbol of loss, with entire families wiped out in the gruesome attack. As the community mourns, survivors cling to the promises made by President Tinubu, assurances from security chiefs, and pledges by political and religious leaders. Their hope now rests on urgent humanitarian actions as they attempt to rebuild their lives from the ruins. In Makurdi, Felicity Indere reporting for Global TV News.
The national headquarters of the All Progressive Congress, APC, has donated relief materials to the victims of Yelwata attacks in Benue State. The national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Ganduje, who made the presentation to the state governor, Hyacinth Alia, commiserated with the government and people of the state over the killings and prayed against a reoccurrence. Receiving the donation, Governor Alia thanked the leadership and the party for the kind gesture. The governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has nominated 4 more commissioners to serve in the State Executive Council. This is contained in a statement in Akure by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ebenezer Adeniyi. According to the statement, the nomination is in addition to the 12 nominees appointed last week by the Governor and currently being screened for confirmation by the House of Assembly. Over now to the Assistant Inspector General of Police for Zone 5, AIG Salman Dogo Garba, has held a crucial security meeting in Benin City, Edo State, to address potential unrest following the INEC ward exercise in Warri Delta State. The gathering included key stakeholders from the region, such as Commissioner of Police for Delta State, CP Olufemi Obawanda, local government chairman, and representatives from various ethnic groups, including Kingdom and the Olu of Warri's Palace. CP Obawanda highlighted tensions among the Ijaw, Isekiri, and Irobo ethnic groups posed delineations and requested AIG Garba's intervention to prevent escalation. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMNET, has warned Nigerians to brace up for rougher days ahead. Let's go on a very quick break. The news continues shortly. Stay tuned. Do you know that Global Television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch Global Television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to Global Television.
You're welcome back to Midday News. Apologies for that very quick break. Now, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMNET, has warned Nigerians to brace up for rougher days ahead after the body forecasted widespread thunderstorms and heavy rainfall across all regions of the country. The weather advisory body warned that the impending downpour may put lives at risk, with commercial activities disrupted and flight at airports delayed, urging residents to be prepared for other safety hazards triggered by severe flooding. With coastal areas like Lagos more vulnerable to flooding, the Lagos state government has alerted residents living in low-lying areas to vacate their homes and move to higher ground in line with NIMNET's warning. You're watching the live broadcast of Midday News. When Midday News returns, U.S. bomb Iran nuclear sites and Tehran warns of everlasting consequences. Details coming shortly, plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is Midday News on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. In business now, the federal government is currently in advanced discussions with the World Bank to secure an additional $65 million for the Sustainable Procurement Environmental and Social Standards Enhancement Project. This financing boost will raise the total project funding to $145 million if approved, and is expected to be finalized by June 30th, 2025, based on information obtained from the website of the Washington-based lender. The World Bank approved an initial loan of $80 million for the SPES project in February 2020, aimed at reaffirming Nigerians' procurement processes and enhancing compliance with environmental and social standards. However, following recent developments, the World Bank has agreed to enhance the financing to $65 million, bringing the total commitment to $145 million. In Nigerians' overlooked farming communities, Bambara Nut locally used as okpa, continues to feed households and withstand harsh climates. This week, the National Bambara Nut Producers, Processors and Marketers Association of Nigeria held a second national election, giving voice to peasant farmers determined to shape their future. Ramsey Enoch Agbo tells us more.
Long grown in silence, the Bambara nut has supported families in Nigeria's rural regions for generations. Known for its drought tolerance and high nutritional value, it remains a staple crop for many communities, especially in times of scarcity. Farmers from across Nigeria gathered for the Nabaman election, seeking not just leadership, but visibility and enablement to fill in the gap in Nigeria's dwindling economy as they entrust some members with the responsibilities. The Board of Trustee Chairman Alhaji Baba Suleiman Alkali says the farmers need elected officers to pioneer the affairs of the agriculturists.
We held an executive meeting of the association in order to put our heads together and ensure that we organize this election in a very peaceful manner.
The President-elect National Bambara Nut Producers, Processors and Marketers Association of Nigeria, Suleiman Isiaka, appreciated the members as he speaks of the nutritional value of Bambara nuts.
As you are aware, our organization Bambara Nut, the World Hunger Solution, has several nutrition values strictly to the humanity. Furthermore, it is capital intensive and it is generate more internal revenue to the extent that I am being elected this morning because of a supposed ability to reach across farmers' lines and to craft workable solutions to different farmers' policy.
The National Secretary of Nabaman, Alexander Eze, says Bambara nut has economic importance, therefore the need to give it more publicity.
Because of this economic importance, this research we are doing, publicity will go viral to all Nigerians so that they will know more about Bambara and what it needs for sustainability and for improved nutritional value in their food chain.
Bambara nut is one agricultural product that can be used to produce different types of food in Nigeria. Therefore, farming it in large quantity can reduce hunger and economic hardship faced by Nigerians. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global TV.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has set plans in motion to relocate mechanics, artisans and traders from the popular Apple Mechanic Village along the road corridor to a new permanent site in Wassa District. Speaking at the community meeting with traders and artisans at the Market Square in Abuja, the minister thanked the marketers for their cooperation, urging them to work together for the growth and development of the FCT. The minister tasked officials of the market to support the government as they have been doing. And on the foreign news, the White House says Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a couple of weeks. U.S. President Donald Trump is debating whether to take military action against the Islamic Republican. Over now to Uyi Agbomofuegbe's report.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told reporters that once given the go-ahead from Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Tehran only needs a few weeks to develop nuclear weapons.
Let's be very clear. Iran has all that it needs to achieve a nuclear weapon. All they need is a decision from the supreme leader to do that. And it would take a couple of weeks to complete the production of that weapon, which would of course pose an existential threat not just to Israel, but to the United States and to the entire world. And that is something that the entire world, including countries like Russia, is in agreement with, that Iran should not and cannot obtain a nuclear weapon.
How close Iran is to developing a usable nuclear weapon has been at the center of the Israel-Iran conflict, with continuing debates over the potential breakout timeline once the nation has stockpiled enough weapons-grade enriched uranium. Uyi Agbomofuegbe reporting for Global TV News.
The United States has bombed 3 major nuclear sites in Iran, bringing the country directly into the Israel-Iran conflict. Donald Trump says the strike totally obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities and tells Tehran to make peace or face greater attacks in future. Israel's president says Iran's nuclear program was substantially, but the full details are still to emerge in response. Iran's foreign minister warns of everlasting consequences to the outrageous strikes. Meanwhile, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu congratulated Donald Trump for the bold U.S. strike on Iranian nuclear sites, calling the attack a historic moment that could lead the Middle East to peace. Netanyahu said in a video address after Trump announced the U.S. bombing of 3 Iranian facilities. Netanyahu noted that the attack demonstrated America was fully or truly unsuppressed, thanking Trump for creating a pivot of history that will help lead the Middle East and beyond to a future of prosperity and peace. In sports stories now, the Nigerian sprinter and 150-meter world record holder Favour Ofili has reportedly switched allegiance to Turkey just 3 months before the 2025 World Athletics Championship in Tokyo. Ofili's switch was first announced by Jamaican-based journalist Kayan Yarno. Yarno noted that Ofili stated missing the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games and the future of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria and the Nigerian Olympic Committee to register her for the 100-meter event at the last Games in Paris. Nigerian featherweight boxer Yusuf Adeniyi Adisa has reached the quarterfinals of the World Boxing Council Boxing Grand Prix first Boxing World Cup after defeating Alexander Bervigin by majority decision following 6 rounds of action in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Saturday. Adisa, who dropped his opponent in round 2 in what appeared to be a knockdown but was not scored as such by the referee, maintained his composure to secure victory in the second phase of the tournament. The unbeaten fighter, who boasts an impressive professional record of 14-0-0 with 10 knockouts, is now the only Nigerian left in the prestigious competition after advancing through the featherweight division. Napoli has demanded 2 Liverpool players plus cash in exchange for Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen as the Premier League Championship registered their interest in the Nigerian forward. Volta Di Mago, Sportscheda Liverpool has offered Napoli Federico Chiesa and Dwayne Noss for Osimhen. However, Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis has informed Liverpool that they will only consider the bid if they add €20 million. Chiesa is valued at €40 million, while Noss is valued at €45 million, adding €20 million to the 2 players' values makes it €79 million, with the CM valued at €70 million on Transfer Market. Now that's it on Global TV Midday News. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @GlobalTVNG. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.